Greetings and welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jeffico. My co-host is always Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
Sure you're not a changeling?
No.
Because there seems to be a lot of them.
Yeah, I don't know who's a changeling.
Deck 10, 2 more!
This is gonna be like Battlestar Galactica again, where everyone's a fucking Cylon.
Yeah, which actually I was going to bring up when I was just like, Ro. And you didn't recognize her right away? Because she looks almost identical to how she looked in Battlestar Galactica.
Oh.
As Admiral Kane.
Yeah.
And she was bitchy too, just like Admiral Kane. They did a good job of making you suspect her.
Yeah. Well,
especially
we did the blood test, which we just established doesn't work anymore.
Yeah. Wasn't wearing the Aryan at the time. And bringing up Jack and then constantly throwing it back up. Well, you didn't answer my question, and she just avoided any answers the entire time.
I guess she's suspicious that he's a changeling too. And yeah, we learned that later, but
it was a game of cards there with those two. I was craving it so bad. Just Riker. Just mention you banged her, Riker. Come on, just throw it out there. I know maybe it's not appropriate for the situation.
He doesn't remember it.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, they both do.
Yeah, they retained their memory, but they didn't know each other at the time.
Yeah. I have a feeling I spent most of my time in your quarters.
Well, with that holodeck we just saw, I think I could conjure up an interesting program or two.
Now that's disappointing.
Why?
You don't strike me as a man who needs a holodeck to have a good time.
There's a memory test.
Yeah,
I doubt that was put in any logs. Just gotta check. Changeling test. We banged, right?
Maybe we should stay right here and see what happens.
What if I snore in my sleep?
What makes you think you're gonna get any sleep?
Initial thoughts?
I definitely liked it. This was a much slower episode than other ones, but this was good. We were building up the lore. We were establishing what's going on in Starfleet. We're setting some tone.
Fairly compromised.
Big compromised, yeah.
At every level. You can't even get to Janeway because the people outside her door.
We don't have Janeway's phone number.
Yeah.
We can't call her.
Follow Raffi and Worf. They're running around. They're going after another 12 Monkey Star. Second I heard his voice, he's got such a distinctive voice. He was in Band of Brothers too, or whatever. Just the way he talks.
Sneed was responsible for the death of
Hundreds of innocent people, yes. You learned that Sneed was the Changeling's intermediary. You realize I facilitated the break-in at Daystrom Station.
I've never heard anybody sound like him, and he just always talks the same and everything.
I do really like when we get non-traditional Vulcans.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's still logical, but he's logical within the realm of crime. Just okay.
Can't have a utopia without a criminal organization.
Yeah.
He might be able to.
Maybe. I have no idea why. I'm not sure I accept that premise, but okay.
Betting odds and everything. We saw Raffi and Worf sparring. They want to go to Daystrom Institute, but they can't. It's full of changelings. I'm pretty sure they left. They got their shit and they got out. There's an AI that's protecting Daystrom Institute.
It's Jeffrey Combs.
Probably.
It's Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah.
It's not Peanut Hamper.
No.
No, but it's Jeffrey Combs.
There's no moral code in Peanut Hunter. She can just let anybody in.
Yeah.
They go down to the planet. They go talk to this evil Vulcan dude. Worf's just we have the upper hand. What? Because you got one sniper who sucks. That's Raffi.
Yeah. I did see the mobile emitter on her jacket.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything because I was like, oh, that probably isn't a mobile emitter, but it kind of looks like one. And it was.
Were you under the impression I would not recognize a mobile emitter? How disappointing.
She got caught.
She did.
And then they had to fight to the death. And Worf died.
Worf, yeah, I believed that so much.
Yeah.
Worf's dead. No. No hope. But he used his special Klingon meditation powers.
And Kalis special
Yeah.
powers.
That doesn't seem like something Kalis would do.
No. They just wanted to throw the name out there.
Yeah.
I would have liked a backhanded jab at Raffi after be like, I totally believed you. And just be like, you are not a warrior. That would not have been an honorable death. He's just too nice to her.
Mm-hmm.
She had so many opportunities to say 117 lives today.
She got cut off.
Even the Vulcan guys is like, oh yes, we killed hundreds of lives. No, less than hundreds.
Yeah.
Just 117.
Mr. Worf?
Admiral. Captain. This is unexpected.
I like that they were working for Ro, even though you groaned.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was just like, that gives me a face to their handler.
Yeah. No, I didn't think that was bad. I was just like, yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
Yes, that is the connection.
It makes sense.
I
And
have to bring these two stories together at some point.
Well, yeah, of course. But and then the phone call at the end was really cool. Mr. Worf, what are you guys doing here? Where's Ro? Not gonna tell you.
He blew up.
Sad face.
Yeah.
We got the Intrepid showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad looking ship.
Yeah,
A little
pretty
weird
cool.
design. I don't know about that. Like
Yeah, the lower half's a little weird.
Like, why? Like that's less space. Like if you had it all connected, then more decks, more people, more weapons.
More changelings.
Well, I don't know if you can get any more. I think they were full.
I think the ship was a
And then on top of that, like they're evacuating like the Titan's crew over there, so that Picard has a skeleton crew, so he can just weed out who's in a changeling, I guess, make it easier for him. But like,
Yeah.
how about all those people that like aren't changelings just getting tossed onto that ship? That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if that 4 was the whole complement of changelings, or if there's more over there, or what.
Oh, there's 100% more over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they want to keep fighting, and I think they intentionally didn't answer. I don't know why they just didn't replace her. It would have been way easier. Because she had the power to be like, no, we're leaving without Jack, screw it.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we wanted Jack. We came for Jack.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, we're going to set up a bomb and blow this up. You've got 2 minutes.
Yeah, you have a surprisingly long time.
But you can't get out.
Yeah. You have a surprisingly long time with this bomb.
Like, I just jumped the Farscape in Crichton, and I'm just like, open the back, I'm jumping, beam me right away.
Yeah. Well, that might work.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'll probably be in medbay for a little bit, but I'll survive. She's calling out treason at them, and Picard's all like, oh, that bitch! How she's back in Starfleet, this is ridiculous, she betrayed me, she betrayed Starfleet, she was Maquis! And Riker's just like, that was like 30 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
a lot could happen. Or you could just...
Also, we're kind of over the Maquis now.
Yeah, well,
Fine.
I mean...
Look at all the ones that came back on Voyager, they're chill.
Yeah, I want Eddington back. I know it's impossible, but I want him back.
I just want my canon Canadian character back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
He is a lucky loony.
It's strange, though, you haven't asked me about Vatic or the Shrike. The row I remember was much more thorough.
Well, perhaps you didn't know me at all.
The Riker's I like is just like, well, let me do the talking because
Because you're nuts.
freaking out.
Yeah.
And of course he doesn't get the chance, and then they talk, and then Beverly's like doing an autopsy, and she's just like, hey, these organs are real until you really cut them. Then they melt. They're evolving. The changelings are evolving.
I think, well, I guess that's what they're going for, but, I suppose that could just be, like, really good changeling, like the guy who could exist as fire. Why couldn't he also exist as internal organs and stuff?
Well, I mean, that would be like control, but at some point when you die, you don't have that anymore.
I guess that's true, yeah.
So you should probably turn to goo, but if they've evolved, then I guess,
Yeah, maybe.
stays. Do changelings still piss and shit themselves when they die?
I guess these ones might. Is that really a step forward?
Jack's still freaking out.
Yeah.
First, he has his, like, I'm gonna go on the bridge and kill everybody fantasy dream. And he's wearing a Starfleet uniform, so when Seven gives him that later, he's like, oh shit, I can't wear this.
Oh, it's happening.
I would have laughed if she had a wig for him. She's like, put this on. What the is this?
I wonder if he's been having other dreams that have been coming true.
Yeah.
Because it kind of sounds like that might be where he's going.
Yeah, what actually interested me was the short-haired, bald bridge officer that he shot again. And she was just like, I know what you are. And then later he saw her just looking at him. And it's like, maybe she does know something about you. You should talk to her without killing her. Came in handy when he went all Born Identity later.
Yeah, he has some kind of sleeper agent shit going on. That was definitely highly trained, very precise movements.
Yeah. Are you okay with him like taking out 4 changelings like that?
I guess it totally depends on what he is.
Cause like I really enjoyed Shaw. It was just being like, took out 4. Good shooting, kid. Like, but. Can't changelings do more? Like, they're just getting punched and kicked at first, and I'm like,
I mean,
you could be a blade.
Yeah, that, and I guess the headshots should be good, especially if they're mimicking organs. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, or there's just enough power in a phaser to overwhelm them.
Like, I believe he was set on kill, and when we got to see the replay of 7, like, she shot off an arm, and then she shot him in the chest, and he still went goo and hid, and so I was like, nobody know how to turn it on to disintegrate? Even later when she shot the Forge versions, like, didn't disintegrate.
Yeah.
Shaw was great in this, as he has been, but, like...
He's a lot of fun to watch.
It's just like, you are reinstated.
No, get off my.
And then like Riker like transfers command to him, and he's just like, oh well, now that that's done, I should probably tell you I already called Starfleet.
Yeah, they're coming to get you. You're getting so court-martialed.
Yeah. But as a respect for what we had to deal with, I'll give you guys some time to come up with some bullshit story.
Yeah, it's gonna be bullshit.
Yeah, I'm chipper today. I'm chipper.
No, Shaw is the definition of you're not wrong, you're just an asshole.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. He had all those examples when they're just like, oh yeah, like we saved the universe several times, like we should be okay. And he's just like, well, you crashed your ship, you did this, and then there was that paradox, but like, does anybody know about the paradox?
I guess it was in their logs.
Yeah, I guess everything in their logs is just made public.
Yeah, Shaw's just like, that's true, but most of the time you were saving the universe from a thing you caused.
Yeah. You would think you'd like lie in your logs and just be like, we had no choice but to touch it. Wesley had no choice but to go onto that grass and get the ball.
Captain Sharpe, Liam, if you still can't trust us, fine. At least trust your own eyes.
The road blowing up.
Yeah.
And I like that she flew into the nacelle. I also really liked that the Intrepid was coming back up.
That was a really cool shot.
Yeah.
When it was coming back up on them. It felt like, scenes in a movie where you think you've defeated an enemy, and like it was just framed the same way a person would rise back up into frame.
You know what it needed was like thrusters on the front, so that it had like 2 red eyes as it was coming up.
Maybe something like that. But no, really cool.
Finally convinced Shaw to do something.
Yeah.
I was like, I've been waiting for Shaw to take action, but like he's kind of like sitting back all the time, and he's like overthinking things, and finally like, yeah, okay, he's like, okay, shields up right away, let's go. But like, I want to see him take the initiative.
I think, does he have issues with making hard choices or like initiative, as you say, based on his story there? Because he's so much a stickler for protocol and the rules, and that is offloading having to make hard choices onto these documents. So he's never going to be the guy that's pointing at random people and saying you get to live. He's just like, this is what the rules state is what's going to happen. I don't have to make these decisions, right?
Yeah, but now that they're gonna have everyone after them, I think he's just gonna have to do something. I want to see it. I'm already rooting for the guy.
No, I'm enjoying this character.
Yeah.
Red alert! The Forge, get us out of here the second the warp core comes back online. Battle stations, head to your nearest designated post and prepare for further instructions. All non-essential personnel return to quarters.
Final thoughts? Anything I missed?
Thoughts? No, this was a real good episode. Yeah, this is still great. I'm seeing this, like, if they're going to find a way to ruin this, and I'm only bringing this up because I'm so used to it by now, it's going to be some really weird bullshit with Jack.
Find a way? They just gave you the conclusion after like 20, 30 years of Ro and her told story.
Yeah, no, she's great. She's great. Everything is great so far, and I'm just paranoid because I've been hurt before.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for problems where there aren't any. But no, this is awesome. Yeah, bring me more.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to finding out more about Jack. I'm glad we got that scene with him and Mom, just like what's going on with you? Like, I'm your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, like she's the only person you've been hanging out with.
Mm-hmm.
You should probably tell her. Also, she's a great doctor, so like,
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
she
it looked
can
like
scan
he
you.
was. It looked like he was starting to tell her at the end there.
Yeah, I cried a little bit.
Yeah.
You've got to talk to me. You're not okay. All of this stress, your father, attempts on your life. I need to know.
Did you cry a little bit?
Yeah.
I hear a lot of people are crying at each of these episodes, and I'm just like, why? Like, oh yeah, it sucked Ro died, but...
Mm-hmm. I don't think too many people were super invested in Laren.
Yeah,
like, it's great that she came back.
Yeah,
but,
she just showed up again, maybe I'm still a little hurt, maybe she broke my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as always, guys, we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.